What's up, milkers? Happy new week. Welcome back to another episode of the Cumcast. The beer this week is called Midnight Mischief, and this is brought to us by the hardworking folks of Feed Store Beer Co. of the small town of Bloomfield, Indiana. Midnight Mischief is a dry Irish stout with a whopping ABV of only 4%. Super crushable, super good Irish dry stout, if I do say so myself. This has a rating of 4 out of 5 on the Cumcast scale and is a delicious beer. The Feed Store Brew Co. out of Bloomfield, Indiana is producing all kinds of delicious beers regularly. Go get some today and support your local craft beer. Now let's get into the show with a good time fuck around boy, Baby Huey himself, Alec. Let's get into it. Let's get into the fucking show. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Cumcast. As always, I'm your gracious, glorious, sexy, fucking amazing host, Ryan. Joining me, as always, is Cody, and back again in the studio is Alec.
Hello.
Oh, hello! Captain Spastic, welcome back. Yep. He's turned his Taco Bell cup into a spitter.
Yes, sir.
When did you go get Taco Bell?
Last night, 11:30 after the gym.
Christ. I believe in small rewards. That wasn't a small order.
Yes, it was.
Yes,
it was.
Can I just have lettuce?
No, it was.
I got the protein bowl.
I did. I did. Of course. The chicken
I swapped 9 burritos to 1 bowl.
And then I threw it all up.
Yay!
Yay!
I had 1 Kraft singles macaroni and cheese cup and threw up.
Yeah, it's fucking not cool.
Hashtag goals. You're pregnant.
I'm pregnant.
I can't help that you're pregnant.
I know.
You inseminated yourself.
Sucks.
It sucks being pregnant. My favorite thing to do is eat, and I can't eat because I'm throwing up.
Yeah. Well, now I can pee now.
I guess you're just going to have to switch to an all-liquid diet. Smoothie it up.
I'm getting me some chicken broth.
Yeah, could do that. Protein. Bone broth. It's actually not that bad. I think it's like 32 ounces for like $6 or something. Alec lives and dies by the motto of new week, new problems. He sure does. What's going on this week, Alec? We have a whole storyboard. Well, at least you got your health. Oh, wait. Every time we see Alec every week, he's like, I got a new PowerPoint for you. Here's everything I'm going through.
You know, go to the doctors every week. Here's some new pills.
Yeah. So the first slide here was like, I couldn't pee. But then I corrected that. It was like, now I can pee, but now I can't eat. You're like an evolving Pokemon.
Backwards.
When do you turn into Mega Chop? Yeah. Mega Chop my head off. My name's Orenthal now. Get it? OJ joke?
Yeah.
R.I.P. The Adventures of Alec Chew, the opioid addicted Pokemon. No, that's Jigglypuff. Alecky Puff. He's definitely puffing over here. Yes. He has fart power. Super fart power. Super fart power and gasps of air. He sucks all the air out of the room and suffocates it.
When
you die, you're gonna reincarnate as a whoopee cushion. Flying off the shelves, brought to you by Hasbro.
Yeah.
So what's been going on, Alec? What's new in Alexanderland? Well, we just put in a roller coaster. I haven't tested it yet. Had a kid die on the scrambler last week.
probably fucking break down at first ride.
Old Alex, a college boy now. He going to school.
Yeah.
Woo! He ain't started yet. He ain't started yet.
August 26th.
Because that's when school starts.
10 o'clock in the morning.
You got your new school outfit picked out yet? It's all online, ain't it?
No.
Oh.
Just 2 classes are online. And one of them doesn't start until October.
His first day of school outfits is going to be his Finding Nemo shirt.
No, it's going to be sweatpants and a sweatshirt.
Well, at least you ain't got to go there at like fucking 6 o'clock at night. I remember when I was in college, I had a class at 6 o'clock at night. And it was on Thursday, which is prime fucking drinking time. And I had to fucking go to class. I had the same thing. I had a class it was 7 to 9 on Thursdays.
You?
Yeah, but I would get shit-faced before I went.
Oh.
It was an easy computer class. And she's like, you just come in and do the work, you're fine. I'm like, okay. And she would let us early out sometimes, but I get there and there's like 50 people at her house having a fucking rage. They're like, where you been? I'm like, class. I was like, well, I got buzzed before I went, so I'm good.
Yeah. The latest class I have is 2 to 4, and it's math.
Mm-hmm.
And it's on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
You do math good?
Uh-uh.
Numbers hurt. Didn't you graduate with a GED?
Yeah. But I tested high on my placement test.
Wow! Wait, the placement test for college?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I thought you were saying GED. I tested high in my GED. I'll test it real high in that trailer they make you go to. Hey, a GED is just the same as a regular education.
It's
general education, actually.
It's a task. It's not the GED, but it's
They say the GED is harder than, like, going back to school. Really? Mm-hmm. Because it's one fucking test. It's all... I don't know if it's one test. Is it one test or is it like multiple?
2 day.
Yeah, so it's like 2 days, but you could go back to like regular school for like 6 months or a year or something like that and actually get a diploma. But instead of just taking a fucking test of everything you know. I can see you like making friends with your classmates and they're like, you guys are like telling yourselves about each other and like, oh, what's your story, Alec? Be like, well, I've been engaged, I had a house, I've been to the military. Like, wow, an adult. Yep. When we were freshmen in college, there was a guy, he was in his 70s and he had like owned a business and everything like that, was like really successful, and he was retired and a very successful guy, and he was just like, what do you want to do after you retire? He's like, I've never graduated with a degree, so he went back to school and graduated with a degree because he didn't have anything. He couldn't find anything else better to do after he retired, so he went back to school. So you just see this old man coming out of the shower with a towel around his waist. Yeah. Like, who the fuck is that guy? Is that the janitor? I remember when the group of Asian kids got robbed the first fucking day.
Oh,
robbed? Yeah. That everybody was moving in, and then like these 2 Asian students were rooming together in like the kind of trashy complex, and the Harrison dorm. Yeah, and they were, because I lived in the dorm right next to it, but they were in like the trashier complex, and then they moved all their shit in and left their door unlocked, and then all these people just went in there and fucking took everything that they had. Everything.
They didn't lock the doors?
Nope, they didn't lock the door. I remember when you told me the story when you were sitting out on the lawn with some people and the Harry Potter guy was playing Harry Potter. Dude, music. He was Harry Potter. He had the fucking like in Harry Potter they have the I guess it's like, I don't know if it's like a tradition or
He was
like
LARPing.
a school uniform. He wasn't LARPing. Like, he had the fucking black frame glasses on. He had the haircut.
Did he have the scarf?
But it was like, he didn't have a scarf, but he had like the shoulder drape thing, like an English, like, serape. But like, it was like, it comes like down to like your mid-arm.
Yeah.
So it's like a shoulder hat. And it just has a neck hole. And he was wearing that, and he was playing on his like, clarinet, like the Harry Potter theme song, and then these people got a speaker, and they were playing music the whole time, and then they stopped, and then he started playing Harry Potter on his fucking harmonica or whatever the fuck he was playing, and not his harmonica but his clarinet, and they got a microphone, and it was like, "Hey, Harry Potter, shut the fuck up," and he did. He quit.
Yeah.
That's so. There's a lot of weirdos that I want to
No
see.
shit.
Yeah. But you're not living on campus, so
No.
you're living with your dads.
We seen a paraplegic crash into a wall trying to chase a squirrel one time.
He was stoned,
He
but
was high, but he wanted that squirrel meat.
he did.
He saw the squirrel and he took after it and he just went. It ran into the bushes right next to a building. He just wham, and then he backed up and wham.
He fell into the river one time and almost drowned.
He did.
On his scooter. He got too close to the fucking bank and boop!
Yep.
Splash! Help!
And then his fucking insurance came through. It wasn't one of them 3-wheeled scooters, which are easy to tip over. Hard to believe. But
He should have been on the bank of the Wabash.
But then he got like an actual like hover around type thing that was an actual like chair
With 4 wheels.
and he just sat and you could steer it with like your hand with like the knob or whatever, and he would always fucking crank that thing back and he'd just be looking up at the sky looking forward like this, and he'd just be driving around like all, and he'd jack it up real tall and then he'd fucking crank it back and he'd be like staring at the sky and just have his fucking chin to his chest.
The only person I've ever met that has literally smoked themselves stupid.
Yeah.
He smoked himself stupid.
State champion wrestler though.
In high school. Yeah.
Was that how he got paralyzed?
No,
He was paralyzed before that.
He had MS, multiple
Oh.
sclerosis. So in high school, I think he got diagnosed like his sophomore, junior year, but he was state champion wrestler like his freshman, sophomore year. Then he got diagnosed, and he could still stand up and walk, kind of, but not for very long. But he was only like 18 when he got diagnosed.
Probably dead now.
No, he's still alive. I follow him on Instagram. And a metalhead, like diehard metalhead.
No.
So if you ever go to a metal show out there and you see a dude on a scooter, his name's Cody. That's fucking him. That is him.
Interesting.
But he would pull down some girls. Like, swear to God, they'd be like, "Oh, can you take us for a ride on your scooter?" They'd sit on his lap and
This guy just didn't want to walk nowhere.
yeah, he'd give
They were
girls
lazy.
They'd sit on his lap and he'd give girls rides on his scooter. Swear,
They just didn't want to walk nowhere.
Will
you take me to class?
And this, we've told these stories before because it's fucking hilarious. And that one time he was talking shit and he flipped you off. He turned around and flipped you off.
He
And
did.
he ran off the sidewalk and he flipped over. And
He crashed into a chain link fence.
And everybody's laughing at him. They're like, "Don't laugh at him." I'm like, "Fuck that guy. He's fine."
He's fine.
We picked his scooter.
He fell in the river last week.
Everybody's like, "Don't laugh at him." I'm like, "He flipped us
He
off."
did it himself. He was like, "Fuck you." He was like, he always flipped people off like this.
Oh.
He didn't extend his fingers, like, because he
Fuck
couldn't. He's like, "Fuck you, Brian," and then like went off the edge of the fucking pavement and just fucking hit that 3-wheeled scooter, just boom, threw him, and he just wham right into the chain link fence.
Was he a bigger guy?
No,
he was
Oh.
tiny.
he was tiny, dude.
Tiny. And then that one dude fucking shot himself in the leg and then had to get his leg amputated from the knee down. Because everybody didn't just like, "Oh, did you hear so-and-so shot himself in the leg?" And he was in the hospital for like a month and then come back and he had a fucking fake leg. That was the same guy who had 2 wolves fucking on his arm. Because he got drunk and said, "I want 2 fucking wolves on my arm." And the guy gave him 2 wolves fucking on his arm.
Literal.
And there was that one time we were coming home from a party and we were walking down campus and this girl, she was gone drunk. And campus PD stopped her because she was, absolutely belligerent. And they stopped her, and she was just talking to him, and she was so drunk that they breathalyzed her, and she was like four times the legal limit.
Oh my.
And then they were like, legally, you should be dead right now. So consider yourself lucky. And she just like broke down crying and is like laying on the pavement, just bawling her eyes out. I think they took her to the hospital and she had to get her stomach pumped. But they were just like, you should legally be dead right now.
Yeah. I remember we had a friend in high school, and he went to college there too. And his roommate was gay. And like he knew he was gay. And then he just came back from class one time, and he had another guy in there, and they were just...
Oh my God.
They were just fucking... He's like, why don't you put a sock on the door next time?
Yeah.
Or like, tell me. He's like, I don't care if you do this shit, but you need to fucking tell me that you're going to have somebody over, so I don't have to
send me a
walk in.
text.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I remember that one time, them guys were going to get into a fight, like right in the middle. We were just chilling at a table, and then the guys were going to get into a fight, and then like somebody called the campus police, and they fucking just come rolling up on their golf cart, and like everybody just kind of stood there and looked at them, and then they come to a stop, and the wheels like squealed when they come to a stop. They when they stopped, and everybody fucking died laughing, and then everybody just fucking walked away. It was like, no, who's fighting? Everybody's just fucking laughing because it was just like, I was like, oh, here's the rent-a-cops. Like everybody's just fucking lost their fucking mind. It was fucking hilarious.
And then all the cadet officers that were like volunteering for the campus PD to get experience. Oh, we just laughed at them so much because we would have parties or whatever, and we were off campus, but because we were students, they still had some jurisdiction. And be like, and somebody would walk in one day and they're like, oh, that's campus PD officer, but he's not working right now. And be like, get out. And be like, what? I'm like, get out. We know who the fuck
It was
you
crazy.
are.
There were some snitches there too, because I remember like there was one guy who'd been there for like 8 years. And
But they would try to be
He's
cool.
being wild,
But
right?
see, that's the thing.
No, he was fucking weird.
They would try to be cool. And like, hey, how's it going, guys? When they weren't working, and then they'd come to your party next time you had one and bust you. And we knew who they were, and people that like had classes with them were like, get out. And they're like, you're not allowed here. And they're like, why? And I'm like, because we know who the fuck
Because
you
you're
are.
a fucking snitch.
Like, get out.
Yeah.
You're not invited.
And that one time I remember we were sitting
It
out
was
there.
a dry campus.
No.
No.
Oh.
Mm-mm.
But we were sitting there one time, and that snitch was drunk, and he was like falling down and all that shit, and somebody needs to help him. I was like, fuck that, he's the snitch.
Yeah. And then one time, the police came over for a noise complaint because there was too many people outside. There was 50 people at our house, at least.
Mm-hmm.
We hid everybody in the basement besides all the people that were there that were 21. There was like 4 of us that were 21 at the time. Hid everybody in the basement. And we're like, shut up. Don't say a word. And one of the girls that was in the law enforcement classes, like the campus PD, showed up, knocked on the door, and she answered the door. And she's like, oh, hey, how's it going? And she knew the guy. And he was like, no, like everybody left. We were having one. Sorry for the noise, whatever. And like 5 minutes later, she came back down and like, we're all good. And we fucking raged after that.
Yeah.
50 people in that basement just fucking chilling. Oh my God. That was fucking cool. But I'm like, nobody go outside unless you live here.
Yeah.
Period. Yeah.
Wild.
Yeah. And we were packed to the gills in that basement. Everybody was hiding in like bathrooms and all kinds of shit like that.
Of course, our basement was like almost the same size as the house.
Yeah,
Like
there's
the whole
2
floor.
bedrooms, a bathroom, and 2 extra rooms in the basement. All these people down there just like, shh, don't say a word.
Yeah.
Was it finished down there too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was a 3-story house. 2 bedrooms and a bathroom downstairs and the laundry room. And then like an extra like unfinished place where like the water heater and the fucking everything else was. And then,
That's where we put the stripper pole.
And then the main floor had 3 bedrooms. Where Cody lived was a converted garage. And we had 3 refrigerators. One was a kegerator. And a kitchen. And then a dining room. And then a living room. And then the other 2 bedrooms were off the dining room. And then you go upstairs. And they had turned like the attic into another bedroom. And then there was another bedroom in the back. At the end of the stairs.
It was a 7-bedroom, 2-story house with a basement.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a giant house. It's kind of cool.
That sounds big.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big house, buddy.
Big hub, bud.
A big house.
Big hub.
So what else has been going on with you, Alec?
What's going on, Alec Chew?
You had a lot to say before we started.
I know.
Talking to the microphone.
Hello.
Oh.
I don't know. Really?
What's new in Alec land? Jesus Christ. Took a downfall.
My brain.
My brain. What's new with your brain?
Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't.
I think that was the same. That's no new news.
No new news. That's fucking Jason and Travis's thing. Right? I don't know. Brain. Oh, shit.
What the fuck? That's Jason and Travis's thing, ain't it? Brain, oh shit. Brain, oh shit.
It's firing on all cylinders, and that's the problem.
Turn it into eco mode. You need to make your mouth work.
Yeah.
Turn it into eco mode. Drop a cylinder.
Yeah.
You can't be putting him on the spot like that. He's disabled. If it wasn't for this computer, Jerry'd just be flopping on the floor.
Like that fish out there. It's a fake fish.
It's not real, I promise. I don't give my cat real fish. No, we just put it on the ground until it's about ready to die and then throw it back in the water and just keep the rotation going.
Yeah.
They call it edging.
Oh my.
Oh my, that's my second favorite type of porn, right, Alec?
Is edging really porn?
Yeah.
It is?
I think so. No. I think it's a...
I know people do that in the fitness industry. And some people do that in the fitness industry, saying they boost their testosterone a little bit.
Oh, don't start doing that.
I'm not going
No,
to.
you just torture yourself.
Go in the bathroom and do
Don't
that.
touch the fucking barbell with your dick hands.
Yeah. Why edge when there's the sweet release of cum?
I don't know.
Good talk.
I'm trying to think. Well,
You're still alive. That's good.
I'm still alive. Everything's going.
Getting ready to start school. Getting ready to start a new job.
You're getting ready to start a new job.
Tell everybody where you're working.
No.
Yeah. He's working at Marshall's.
Yeah, I'm working at Marshall's.
In sales!
In sales. Yeah, this motherfucker that can't talk, that the manager said, "Oh, you're good at talking to people." Oh, okay.
You're very...
Little you know I was on before going in there.
Little you know, I had me a grippy sock vacation last week.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can talk to people, but I don't know shit about blankets and clothes. Nothing makes me want to pop an antidepressant more than a discount lavender candle.
Oh,
how can I help you today? Oh yeah, I'm looking for this. Oh. He just takes off walking the other way. Hello. Welcome to Marshall's. Bitch, that's all I want you to do. Can I help you with anything? Yeah, I was really looking for this. Check over there. This is really making me think my whole life over again.
Working the cashier. Hello! How was your day?
That's the thing, Marshalls and TJ Maxx are exactly the same, and like...
Yeah, because they're owned by this...
Yeah, like, would you like to sign up for a Marshall's credit card today? No.
Oh.
That's okay, me neither.
That's the thing. Every time I go into TJ Maxx, I just went there yesterday. Every time I go into TJ Maxx, none of the workers talk to you. So how the fuck are you going to sell people shit if nobody talks to you?
I don't know. I don't understand.
We have a new special on luxury luggage.
Yeah. You're going in for orientation on Tuesday. It's only going to be an hour. I said, what am I going to learn in an hour? That's what popped in my head on that phone call. What am I going to learn in an hour?
You got to watch the video. Welcome to Marshall's.
She goes, you need to talk to your dad. I was like, oh.
She said that?
Yeah.
She knows your dad.
They all know my dad.
Why do you talk to your dad?
About stuff. How everything works. They all know my dad.
I'm telling you, future prediction. Future prediction. Uh-huh. Just fucking quit school now before you even start and commit. Just fucking be your dad. Yep. Your dad makes a really good living. Alec's dad runs all of them for this entire fucking Southern Indiana. Why go back to school? Alec wants to be a nurse. Okay. That makes sense. Meanwhile, Alec's dad's making bank running every fucking discounted chain of these goddamn stores in the whole southern fucking state.
Because I was in there interviewing, and the manager came in, she goes, "Oh, how's the old man doing?" I was like,
Still old.
I said, "Yeah, Dad's good."
Now they're gonna be like, "You're nothing like your dad."
She goes,
"Dad's good, Gary's better."
she goes,
"Do they know your dad for being the manager, or they know your dad for like, oh, I fucking hate that guy"?
She worked for my dad for like 10 years before.
If you work really hard, you can be me one day. You can be
she goes, "Did she hire you yet?" I said, "I don't think so." She goes, "Well,
I'll make a call."
She goes, "I'm hiring you." I was like, she goes, "I'm not even done with the interview yet." She goes, "He's hired." And I was like, "Oh." I said, "I told you." I called Kendall up. I was like, "I told you they just hired me because of my dad."
Perfect.
That was the easiest job.
That was easy.
Bitch, you should have done that a long time ago.
I was like,
you're getting your rich kid, not rich kid start.
And I was like, well, whatever.
You're probably just buy cologne with your paychecks.
Yeah.
I hate that they put them in glass cases
And
now.
weird soap.
I need to talk to your dad about that. They put them in glass cases now. People think people are going to steal $12 cologne?
No, I'm going to buy that Mini Cooper off my dad.
Off Gary?
Off Gary.
Off Gary.
Your other dad.
Well, he's my dad.
Get it right.
Gary is my dad too.
Stepdad.
Whatever.
Step Papa Gary.
He goes, one day when I was on the phone with him,
Papa Gary.
when he hung up, before he hung up, he goes, "I love you, shithead." And I was like, "I love you too."
Yeah, I would too. It's a good investment.
Yeah.
Those things do not depreciate like everything else.
No.
They hold their value better than Jeeps.
It's a nice car.
Especially if it's like, I still can't believe people fake Mini Coopers. Like, it's crazy that people fake them. And they're like, "Oh, is your Mini Cooper like authentic or whatever?" And like, you have to have papers.
They
and all that
make
shit.
fake ones.
Yes,
Yeah.
but like, yeah,
It has to have an approved seal.
Yeah, Mini is like they hold their value like crazy. They hold their value more than Jeeps. I don't see why Jeeps hold their fucking value anyway. They're all pieces of shit. But
so this is starting out really great. I'm gonna be blunt. Why go back to school? Fucking, you're set, buddy. You're fucking set.
Everybody knows you. You got respect now. You didn't have that. You didn't have that at your old job. Now you got respect because everybody knows your dad. That's why they put you in sales, because like, he's a good boy.
He's a good.
He gonna make us money.
He gonna make me. Yeah. It's
We're gonna put him in a commercial.
It's a seasonal. She goes, "But after seasonal, we're just gonna bring you on after that." I was like,
"Well, fuck, you got it made."
Money's money, buddy.
It is.
But I was like,
I'm a prime example. I'm literally a prime example that you don't need a fucking degree to make money.
Me too. I didn't get one.
Yeah. I don't know. I'll see how this college thing is. It starts hurting my head, and then I'll be like, I don't know. We'll see. I'm sure your prediction is probably accurate.
Don't get in your head.
I'm
just fucking with you. You can do whatever you want, whatever makes you happy. If going back to school makes you happy, then that is perfect for me.
I thought you were going to be a cart pusher. But all I could think about was on fucking Shaun of the Dead, after the zombie plague is over, they just hired that one dude to push shopping carts with that fucking collar on.
I give you some, this is my fuck around prediction, but you can do whatever makes you happy. You give it a semester, you quit school, you go back. Within a year, you're a fucking manager of Marshalls.
Now I can go hound him when he's working.
You're a manager of Marshalls within 6 months after you start.
Yeah.
They literally already said you're hired. You're fine.
Just get all the government money.
You're doing just fine. You're doing great.
They're like, we hired a mentally challenged person for sales.
The tax.
You have a good head on your shoulders. You got this, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, you got a head on your shoulders already. That's for sure.
Can't fucking miss it.
It's fucking huge. There's one there.
Yeah.
What it's full of? Fucking nonsense.
You think your dad made a call and he was just like, hire him.
Oh,
I'm trying to get him to move out. Hire him.
I guarantee if I could do it.
Oh, fuck.
Some people think they're like, I don't need no charity. It's not charity because they can easily fire you if you're not worth a fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not charity. You got an in. Fucking take your in.
She goes, it's a 90-day seasonal, honestly. And then she goes, we have the thing to bring you on full time or not. And I was like, isn't that 90 days mandatory for any job though? That's what I said to her.
90 days usually is for insurance and stuff like that.
And like a probationary period.
That's what I was saying.
Because Indiana's a no clause hiring, firing.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So, well.
There you go.
I'm worried about all the people, like you saying they're going in there and fuck with me.
I have never been in that.
Why are you worried about it?
People going in there and fucking, I know.
You don't know anybody.
That's true.
What are you worried about?
That store's been there for almost a year and I've never been in there.
You come in and fuck with me when I'm at work.
I was fucking there. Son, can you help me with this conditioner?
Give me a fucking...
I don't know how it works. But...
There for a hot minute when you were drinking.
First of all, you turn the shower on, you rub it on your head, and it should work.
There for a hot minute when you were drinking, you were borderline about to give me a fucking bad reputation.
No.
Oh, okay. You were there. You might not remember.
You can't be bumping and grinding on people and not expect to get a harassment charge.
I'm sorry. I was cross-faced.
It was you, though.
What'd you say?
I was high and drunk at the same time. I'm sorry. I can say that now because
I'm not doing it anymore.
the high part, yeah, but the drinking part. I don't work at Cook, and people work Cook to listen to this fucking podcast, I'm sure.
Who cares? You don't work there anymore, dude.
That's why I'm saying I can say whatever the fuck I want to say now.
Fired your ass.
Yeah, I decided not to come back.
They said, we can't have you come back. And I said,
Bitch,
fuck you. I made that decision a long time ago. I wasn't coming back.
I quit. You're fired. No, I quit. No, you're fired. Take it back. You're fired. No, bitch, I quit.
No, bitch, I quit. You think I want to go back there?
I'm going to be the manager of Marshall's. Fuck you guys.
Nah.
I won't make my daddy proud.
One guy left there. He's like, I'm gonna be a manager of CVS. I'm like, fucking goals, brother. You're making more money than you're making now. Who gives a fuck?
Gold.
As long as you're making, as long as you got a fucking job, you're not a charity case, and you're making money, it doesn't fucking matter, dude. What you do.
Honestly, I think you might like it more.
Do you think I really appreciate when people think I'm a goddamn slave when I'm pouring them a beer and they're like, here's your tip, and it's a fucking $1, and I'm like, I don't give a
Thank you,
fuck.
master.
Well, it's like,
God gave me $1.
they're like, since you did real good, here's your tip, and they gave me $1, and I'm like, I don't fucking care about your $1. Take your $1 and shove it up your fucking ass, dude.
It's like, I'm already getting paid to be here.
Well, that's the thing. It's like
I went to this coffee place, and that shit was so jam-packed, and I was like, they didn't have any tips in there.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck it, $10. Because it was three people.
$10.
And there was probably 30 people.
How much was this?
That was $5.
See,
Coffee's expensive.
They
They
paid
had a-
$5.
No.
You gave a $10 tip.
I was waiting in line for 20 minutes, right? They had a fucking...
$5.
They had a 10-cup line of fucking shit that they were working on. They just put the cups in a line of everything it is. And there was one person at the cash register and 2 people making all these fucking lattes
it
and
was busy,
espressos.
right?
Yeah, lattes and espressos. I mean, the fucking place is packed. And the line is from the register to the fucking door. And there's people outside that have been sitting there for...
really?
Yeah, it was packed.
Well, it's
Where
like
is this place?
it's on the east side.
Yeah, so it's in the apartment complex is right across from the school over here where we got pulled over that one time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's a coffee place in the apartment
You remember
complex.
that day.
Yeah.
Please stop moving.
But yeah, so
Bitch, you thought we were gonna get shot.
but it's like I've always appreciated.
We're
like,
white, we don't get shot.
I'm glad you said it. I was thinking it.
Well, you were terrified.
the only thing that's gonna freak the cop out is you putting your fucking hood up
Yeah.
after he walks
First
away.
of all, you were terrified because, one, you're OWI, And 2, because you just watched that video of that guy getting fucking unloaded on in the back of the car. Like, that cop thought he was reaching for something. He just pop, 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 in the back of the window.
You were like, it's cold, I'm gonna put my hood up. Don't.
And I was
do
like,
that.
we roll stopped a stop sign.
And you had a sober driver.
Yes. Me and you were pretty fucking drunk. But Cody had
I was completely
anything.
sober.
Cody hadn't drank anything.
I had a beer 4 hours before that.
And he fucking pulled us over, and he was just like, oh. And it was funny, too, because we were fucking jamming out to Rick Astley. And fucking, we get pulled over, and I was like, oh, fuck. And I said, I haven't gotten pulled over in like 2 years in this fucking car. I don't even think I've ever been pulled over in that car. And fucking, I was like, of course we get fucking pulled over. It's only like 8:30 at night. And
Yeah, it was early.
And then he goes, let me guess, he's like, you blew the stop sign because the car in front of you did. I was like, you know. I mean,
Yeah.
you get it. That's why he was
the
sitting
only reason he
there.
didn't pull them over because they fucking turn off in the
That's also why he was sitting there, because people blow past that stop sign all the time.
Yeah.
I blew past that stop sign one day.
I did.
on
I didn't.
accident.
I forget it's there.
I blew past it one day on accident. I was going to work and I wasn't even thinking. I just blew right past it. I'm like, oh shit. I just blew past that fucking stop sign.
It's the only stop sign, and it's like halfway through the fucking
It's because
thing.
it's next to a daycare.
Yeah. But, and then we get pulled over, and he's like, oh, license, registration, Cody's driving. I was like, oh, it's in the visor. And he's like, you got any weapons or anything in here? And Cody's like, no. And I was like, well, there is a gun over there.
But I forgot it wasn't my car, and I was like, no, I don't know.
I was like,
it's not my car.
Yeah, he was cool, though. He's like, well, you don't reach for yours, I don't reach for mine. I was like, all right. And he's like, can I get the ID of the guy in the back seat? And I was like, yeah. Cody rolled down the window, and Alec gave him his ID. And, like, it was, like, 40 degrees. And you could have rolled your window back up. But you didn't. I kept mine. I was fine because the heat was hitting me. But you could have rolled your window back up, but you didn't. Me and Cody up there laughing in the front seat, and you're like, "Please stop moving." Like he was gonna fucking shoot us all.
We're good, bro.
Yeah, and he was like, "I'm gonna put my hood up." Don't do that. And it was like, "But I'm cold." I was like, "Roll your fucking window up." No. It's like, don't put your head up. And you're just like, and I said, he's like, I was just like, don't put your head up if he sees you. And then you come back and your hood's fucking up trying to hide your face and shit. And I was like, he's gonna get
I said,
suspicious.
don't come back looking different than you did before.
Yeah. It was just funny because you were terrified.
Oh.
That was the funny part. I was like, why are you so fucking scared? I was like, first of all, we're in white suburbia. And all we did was blow past the stop sign. Like, we stopped the stop sign. It's not like we fucking robbed a bank. If we robbed a bank, we're not stopping.
We've done everything right. We besides rolling past the stop sign, which we didn't blow, we just didn't stop all the way.
Mm-hmm.
Besides rolling past the stop sign, you have a sober driver. The person with an OWI history is in the back seat. You're not driving. We have a gun in the car, which is permitted concealed carry, registered to the owner. We're driving his car. We're fine. We were having fun and got pulled over, and we still had fun after we got pulled over.
I had insurance, I had registration, I had my driver's license.
And he was nice.
I just got new tags for my fucking plates.
And the cop was nice.
And he was funny. Yeah, he was good.
Yeah.
Good guy.
He was. You know why? Because we didn't do anything wrong. And he gave us a warning.
But when you're all like,
He didn't even give us a written warning. He gave us a verbal warning.
yeah.
He's just like, get home safe. He goes, where are you guys going? I was like, I just live 5 minutes down the road. He goes, okay, get home safe. He goes, just pay attention to the stop signs. I'm like, okay, bye. Fucking pull off.
You had nothing to be nervous about. Don't please stop moving.
You guys were never gonna let me live.
It was fucking hilarious.
And we got it caught on Snapchat.
Yeah, I know.
We were all having fun, jamming out and shit, and we get pulled over and it's like,
You could just see the red and blue lights in the rear.
Well,
well, I was recording it too. And I was like, well, you could see the red and blue lights in the video, and I was like, fuck, are we getting pulled over? I'm like, Cody, what'd you do? I was like, I didn't fucking do anything.
I pretty much stopped at it, just didn't completely stop.
Yeah.
Good times. But yeah, back to like the server thing. I've always had appreciation for like servers and bartenders, But when I became a bartender, I have even more appreciation for it because you're in that world now. But it's like, it just gets me every time. They're like, you did a really good job. Here's your tip. And they throw a fucking dollar bill in there. I was like, fuck you, dude. Keep your god. In my head, I'm like, dude, keep your fucking dollar. Like I need.
Bitch, I wish you did that to me. You're like, you better fucking tip me. And I was like, oh, okay. No.
I gave you my. I'll take your fucking discount card away too, bitch.
You gonna get
I'll
it
give
from
it
me?
to him.
You gonna get it from me?
Yeah, they re-up next year, bitch. I'll fucking keep it from you.
They'll give me one anyway.
No, they won't. I'll get a discount without a discount card. Okay. But,
Because I'm family.
whatever.
And they love me.
But it's like just having appreciation. But in my head, I'm like, dude, fucking keep your dollar. I don't live off of your dollar. You're fine. Like, I'm salary now. Fuck your dollar. But it's one of those things like, the real appreciation comes from like, when you have a bunch of empty glasses on your table and instead of just leaving them on the fucking table because the brewery I work at is bar service only, I give you a glass. The real appreciation is when you have a bunch of glasses on your table and before you leave, you bring the glasses up front.
Mm-hmm.
You throw your trash away in the trash can that's right fucking next to you. I'll just go and wipe down the fucking table. That's the real appreciation. You realize that you've had to come up and order your own beer, which means you should probably bring your glassware up to the bar just to be helpful. That's the real appreciation. Not, I poured you a beer and we had a good conversation and you leave me $1 and you make it a point to say, here's your tip. That's bullshit. If you just throw $1 there and you don't say a word, I don't think anything by that. That's completely fine. But if you're like, here's your tip, and you make it a point that you tipped me, that, and they're like, we're gonna have a few beers, I'll tip you at the end. You ain't gonna fucking tip me at the end, bitch. You're gonna forget. Or you have no intention of tipping me. I'm just like, yeah, okay, sounds good, man. And you don't, that's completely fine.
This isn't a bar. It's a brewery.
Well, that's the thing, though. Even in any bar. But it's like, even like when I go to a coffee shop, for every drink that I order, I tip $1. So if there's like 3 of us getting coffee, I tip $3. That's $1 per drink. Mm-hmm. I'm just like, yeah, I completely understand that. It's not like I don't tip. Or the ones that like, they want 4-packs to go, and they think that me not grabbing their 4-packs and bagging them and doing all this shit and ringing them up doesn't deserve like any kind of tip. I literally just helped you. Mm-hmm. Pick what you want, gave you some samples of things that you might like. Those are the 4-packs you pick. I bag them for you and I give them to you, and then they just fucking walk away with no tip. That's bullshit. Or like when you're doing a wine tasting takes effort. Wine tasting takes 10 minutes to actually get through the whole thing, and then they don't tip you. That's bullshit. You just provided a service of explaining every fucking wine that they tried for 10 minutes, and then you don't tip shit. And it's free. Mm-hmm. The wine tasting's free.
The first one's free, yeah.
You get a free wine tasting, and it's like, you have 5 wines, you take 10, maybe sometimes 15 minutes if they're taking their time, you explain every wine to them, and they don't tip you anything. They're like, I don't have any cash on me, and they'll buy like a bottle or a glass after that, and they won't tip you. I just wasted 20 minutes of my fucking time explaining everything to you. You don't give me fucking tip. Bro, if you ain't got money to drink, if you ain't got money to tip, you ain't got money to fucking drink. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Or if you buy, the shittiest part is if you buy like a case of wine, take your time, you put all the bottles in the case, you ring it up, and it's like $100 and something, and they don't tip you. Bitch, you just wasted my fucking time. I even hauled this shit out to your car for you so you didn't have to carry it. Fuck you. But I can't it baffles me that even before I was a bartender, I never looked down on servers or bartenders because they're a person just trying to make a living. But it's one of those things like it's like people think they're beneath you or you're beneath them. It's so like strange to me. I'm like, dude, I used to make 6 figures and now I'm a bartender because I enjoy it. You still fucking hate your life. It's like my dick. But I don't know. That's my rant for the day. I just don't understand.
No, it's not. Just right now.
Yeah, that's my rant for right now. I don't understand it. So be good to your servers.
Me off.
Be good. Basically, the moral of the story is be good to your servers, be good to your bartenders, tip them for their effort and their politeness. We remember who you are. We know that you don't remember.
We remember that one time you bump and grind on that other person.
Well, that's the thing. It's like we're like The tips are part of the job, and when you tip somebody, it shows appreciation for the service. If you don't tip anything ever, we fucking know exactly who you are. It's like, we remember who you are. So it's like, just, they're people. They're literally people just trying to make a fucking living. So tip your fucking people. I'm not going to say that you have to tip every single time, but give them something at the end of your tab that shows their appreciation. Because I love what I do, and those type of people make me hate, like, serving sometimes. I'm just like, no, fuck you, dude. You ain't giving me shit. Like, why would I be pleasant to be around? I'm just like, here you go, $7. Fucking take it. I'm like, what can I get you? Oh, okay, here you go. Like, you can totally switch that off.
Yeah.
So, just one of those things I've been thinking about lately.
Tip your servers, Alec.
All right.
Tip your servers, tip your bartenders.
All right.
My belly's upset.
Went to Five Below yesterday with Haley, and we were walking around.
You mean 20 below now?
Yeah, we went there, and I was like, hey, look. So did you see the size of that fucking thermos? And a big fucking gallon fucking thermos in there. I was like, hey, Haley, you see the size of that fucking thermos? I said, you could beat somebody to death with this fucking thing.
That's Alex size right there.
This is an Alex size thermos.
What's the biggest water bottle you got? 3 gallons? I'll take it.
I'll take it. You have a lanyard with this? I'm going to put it around my neck and be Flavor Flav.
I'm going to be like one of those St. Bernards taking medicine to the sick children in the Alps.
All right, I gotta pee. We'll be back.
Quick pee break.
And we're back. Been a minute, but we got some news stories.
News stories, breaking news, brought to you by ladbible.com.
I miss news stories. We need to bring these back. Because I can shit on people.
We don't need news stories when we got the news right here.
The newsy.
Woo!
Mr. Gorbachev, break down that wall.
Break down.
Got Crutchy over here from the newsies.
So, latest from ladbible.com, man spots Bigfoot and captures the quote-unquote best footage ever recorded.
Bitch, no it ain't.
So, Bigfoot has been caught on camera, if this man's footage is to be believed, described by some as the best footage ever recorded.
You notice it's still grainy as fuck?
Yeah. Of the otherwise mythical creature, the man has been hailed for catching the peculiar monster in the woods. And let's pull up this video.
The Jedi movie.
Okay, let's have an ad first. Now streaming, new Jedi movie. Imagine that. The 19th one of the year.
Jedi!
Yeah, that guy from Squid Games learned English just to be in there.
Breaking
I'm not
news!
lying.
I learned English and they gave me a lightsaber.
Breaking news! South Korean man learns English to be a Jedi.
I'm not lying.
They gave him the laser whip.
It would have been better if he didn't learn English.
Alright. Who the fuck's it at?
Right here.
Bitch, that's a log.
Oh, is it a monkey? That's a damn monkey.
That's just a silverback gorilla.
That's
That's just Alec's mom.
making chicken.
Chicken.
That's it. It does look like it's in Louisiana.
I was honest to God scared. Was that just outside of Charleston, South Carolina?
That son bitch ain't even that big.
It might be the skunk ape.
Pop.
Make a sound so we can turn around and run at you.
Oh shit.
It wouldn't be real footage if you didn't die in it.
It ain't real.
That's just a damn escaped gorilla.
Yeah, this is a monkey. No, some of the best footage are them ones where that guy has them cameras and he's taking pictures of nature. And he fucking zooms in on their faces and shit. Those are the best videos. This, not so much.
That just looks like a damn gorilla. It's not even that big. Bigfoot's like recorded to be like fucking 8 feet tall.
It's just a monkey going ham on a tree.
I guarantee it's an escaped gorilla. Because it looks like it looks like somewhere with like a marsh or a bayou, like in the southern states, somewhere like that. That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
So Bigfoot's sometimes thought as the type of animal, but commonly referred to as Sasquatch in Canada and America, is a large and hairy ape-like creature.
We all know who the
said
fuck
to roam the
Bigfoot
woods.
is. If you don't know who Bigfoot is, you've been sleeping under a rock for the past 300 years.
There have been hundreds of photos and videos that claim to show the figure making its way across the North America wilderness over the years, but it is thought that evidence from a man named Josh Highcliffe stands head and shoulders above the rest. Josh uploaded...
anybody named Josh can't be trusted. So,
He
facts.
uploaded the footage in October 2013 and has since gone viral with over 1.3 million views since then.
It's been 11 fucking years?
Yeah.
Good God.
Breaking news.
Still grainy as shit, though.
Josh is quoted saying, "My first instinct was to run. I did not even think about shooting. Then I know no one will believe me," he wrote. "It was like everything slowed down. I was scared. I took out my iPhone and started videotaping it. No wonder why it's grainy as fuck. It's a fucking...
An iPhone 5!
It's a fucking iPhone. It's an iPhone 3GS. I was thinking of... Literally, that's an iPhone 3GS. Everything slowed. I was scared. I took out my iPhone and started videotaping. I guess I pushed the record button twice because it stopped blinking red, but I pushed it again. I hear a truck driving down the road, and the thing stood up. I was trying to be dead quiet. When it stood up, I could not control myself, and I ran." Josh went on to explain that he guessed the size of the being to be around 7 feet tall. That bitch is fucking 5'11". Although it's been a good few years since he shared the sighting, people continue to comment on the video saying it's the best of its kind. One wrote, "Honestly, this is probably the best..." "Honestly, this is probably the best footage I've ever recorded. Amazing that it's not talked about more. Because it's a goddamn silverback."
It's just a monkey.
Another one commented, "It looks so natural, like it's in its element. When you hear the crack of the wood when it rips out, it sounds like it's got some real strength."
That tree's dead!
That's just C-Bum in a fucking gorilla outfit. Another person wrote, "Pretty convincing. One of the best BF videos I've seen." A fourth chimed in, "I really think it's safe to say that this is actually one of the most real Bigfoot videos out there."
It looks like a gorilla. Bigfoot is known to be elusive. He would have fucking smelled you, or heard you fucking breathing, or all kinds of shit. That's a fucking monkey. Monkeys don't give a shit. He's used to being looked at. He escaped from the zoo.
Yeah.
He's used to being looked at.
Watch this get sourced back that he was like working at a zoo at the time. He was fucking, come on, Simba, let's go for a walk." The monkey's named Simba, and Simba's a lion. Get it? Double innuendo. The last comment said, "It doesn't really
Alec
look..."
Chew, I choose you!
The last person commented, "It doesn't really look like some guy in a suit ripping a tree apart. That's some brute force right
Yeah,
there."
because it's an actual fucking monkey.
At the end of the comment, it says, ripping a tree ain't easy. I was a tree person for a long time.
I was a tree person.
I ripped trees for years. Couldn't have done that myself. Maybe he has axes for hands." It's a goddamn gorilla.
Everybody knows that fucking Bigfoot is a meat eater, not a fucking worm eater.
Everybody knows Bigfoot eats babies.
That's
said.
That's an escaped gorilla fucking getting grubs out of a dead tree. The end. Solved. Next.
Next article, also brought to us by Lab Bible. Plane passengers reveal the wildest items they have had confiscated at an airport.
Dildo. Dildo's number one.
Oh, yeah. Let's see here. Most people give themselves a refresher on a list of prohibited items before heading off to their holiday. However, it's not explicitly stated. The tourists can't take certain items with them. Let's see. One social media user asked people to share the most interesting or funny or weird story about getting pulled aside in the airport and having to hand over an unusual item in their carry-on. After admitting that they had to give up a pot of honey once, and hundreds of others have started to chime in.
A pot of honey? Did Winnie the Pooh fly on a plane?
Others chimed in with their comments.
Don't take my honey.
So one person said that they had confiscated from them cured unfertilized fish eggs. Would be a problem to travel with. This guy's dad didn't seem to think there would be an issue with taking a medium tin of caviar in his bag from Russia. One person explained my father was pretty sure the security just wanted to take the caviar for themselves. After arguing for a while, he proceeded to open the caviar tin and eat the entire thing in front of them. Thanked them for their time and passed through. One person brought a bread knife.
Which is not a real knife. It's for bread.
They explained that they had purchased a lovely bread knife from a homeware store in Sydney, Australia, which had been wrapped up to ensure its safe journey home. The Post said, at the airport, I was asked by security what was in the bag, so I told them, and they told me to step back and not touch anything while they opened it. Unbeknown to me, the bread bin came with a 12-inch bread knife, which was inside the bin. How embarrassing and frustrating. It was a damned fine knife. Another person had a concealed bullet.
Nice.
It's
a concealed bullet.
One Reddit user explained how a .22 caliber bullet had ended up sneaking through a hole in his friend's pocket before lodging itself deep in the fabric of the layers of his cargo pants. Ban cargo pants! The person who was an avid hunter was obviously apprehended in security, and it turns out that the Transportation Security, TSA, took this pretty seriously. No charges were ultimately filed, but needless to say, he missed his flight that day and now seems to have a lifetime supply of additional screenings at airports.
Concealed bullet.
Next one, another person had a compass confiscated from them. He goes on to say, one of the guys held it up, then unscrewed the bolt and removed the tiny little point. It's 4 millimeters, which is basically the compass, the needle of the compass. Made a scowling face at him and threw the needle of the compass in the biohazard box.
Bitch, why don't you just throw the whole fucking thing in there? Why are you taking it apart? Here you go.
He put the rest of the compass back in the box and handed it back to me. And the user said, I just laughed and said he could keep it. I mean, it's pretty useless without the compass needle. Another person had a dried tangerine confiscated from them. They explained that they had landed in Los Angeles.
That's not a tangerine. That's my grandma.
They landed in Los Angeles when they were apprehended by security, who insisted that they were importing food from outside the U.S. in our checked luggage. The passenger explained that they were kept waiting for around 2 hours while emptying their huge suitcase in fruitless attempts to find the said food. Lo and behold, they end up finding an old piece of fruit that was way past its sell-by date. Finally, they got to a dry tangerine that must have traveled in the corner of the suitcase for the last 5 years and proudly confiscated it.
Ew.
Another person had some slime confiscated from them. The user explained she had been sold as soon as they saw it described as space slime, which she clarified was actually just cool-looking slime in the gift shop.
Space slime! So I know you got this from Uranus.
So was gutted when she wasn't allowed to fly with it. The Post explained, I thought it was the coolest, most interesting thing ever. And this was before slime was even in every store. So we got to TSA and they pulled it out of my backpack. I literally cried so much I begged the lady not to do it, to the point where she felt bad and asked if we had another bag we could check. It hurt my little heart so much. Looking back, I know it wasn't a big deal, but for the little kid, for me as a little kid, it really was.
Oh, fuck her. It's slime.
And
condiments.
Oh no, this is the good one. So another user had cannonballs confiscated from them.
Those are my nuts.
The user wrote, I packed them in my carry-on and flew flew Cartagena to Bogota, no problem. The next flight, Bogota to Mexico City, we still had them in our carry-on. But when we went through security again in Mexico City, the security officer said we could not fly with them. We were very short on time and did not want to miss our connecting flights, so we just left them. He admitted
We just left them.
he admitted
Live cannonballs.
That's lead.
I think they explode, don't they? Aren't they filled with powder?
No, the powder gets put in the cannon. It's just a fucking steel ball. Why are you hauling cannonballs? Dude, they probably weigh like 10 pounds each. You got fucking 40 pounds worth of metal in your fucking bag. He admitted he wasn't clear on whether it would have been better to put them in his checked luggage, but it's in his carry-on? Probably break the overhead bin. But confessed he should probably not have flown with them in the first place. These are my lucky cannonballs! I met my wife getting these cannonballs. Later on, I found out that other tourists had done this and caused the airport to be
people have done this.
Caused the airport to be evacuated.
There's just a line of cannonballs out front.
As sometimes they can still have
explode.
gunpowder inside.
Boom, baby. Every movie I've ever seen, cannonballs explode. They don't just hit shit.
Another user said they had handcuffs in their luggage. We'll do this last one. So one Reddit user recalled how they were left red-faced when a worker whipped out a pair of handcuffs from her luggage. She said, I had handcuffs confiscated in Morocco. They were in checked luggage, but in the airport, they put all your bags through a scanner before you can check in. So the security agent took them out of the bag in front of everyone. Bless his heart, he had no idea what they could have been for. My husband had to convince him that we didn't have nefarious intentions. Well,
It's nefarious.
Nefarious.
Nefarious is a beer. We should go with that.
It's the same thing. Nefarious. Nefarious. It's nefarious, dude. It's the same goddamn word, you stupid head. That's one of those things. They were in Morocco. That's a very big Muslim country. Luckily, the husband was there to talk the security officer down because the wife is not allowed to talk. It's true!
Cut them head off.
The wife's not allowed to talk.
Cut them heads off.
Jesus.
Where is your man at? You have to have a designated man with you. It's true. In Muslim countries, it's true. Everybody's like, that's wrong. It's their fucking country.
Yeah.
Don't fucking go there.
Yeah, you need to know their customs and everything before you go places.
People have been in jail for years because they're
Morocco?
Morocco's one of them.
Oh.
I didn't know Morocco was one until we watched 90 Day Fiancé, and this girl traveled to Morocco. She could not go anywhere with him. She couldn't say anything. And she's like, I don't want to move to Morocco. I want him to move here. And I'm like, no shit.
Morocco's the king of shut up, bitch.
But it's like, well, I mean, people have been, because women have went there and they're like, fuck the system. They put you in jail, bitch, for years.
Huh.
This one lady got put in jail for a long fucking time.
Didn't they just make it legal for women to drive somewhere? 2 years ago or something like that?
I have no idea. I forget. But no, it's like, if you go to a Muslim state and they're hardcore Muslim and their beliefs are women have to be escorted by a man, they'll put you in fucking jail. Just like that fucking episode when all of our users dropped off because they killed that kid for peeing on a rug in a mosque.
You did it.
It's true! They killed him!
They did kill him.
He was like 9!
They did.
He had to pee and he didn't know, or he might have been younger than that. He peed on a rug in a mosque. They fucking killed him. They killed him. They hung him.
Yeah.
He was like 5.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, that's so bad. It's their fucking religion.
Yeah, don't.
People have been fighting the holy wars for fucking millennia. It's fucking real.
Yeah.
It's a real fucking thing, dude.
He'd have been eaten by a lion or something like that.
Probably dragged him through the streets first, and then probably fucking killed him.
Nah. They buried him in the rug he pissed on.
Probably alive.
Yeah. They murdered him. Why do you think the Disney movie Aladdin's such a comeback story? She gets her freedom because she meets Aladdin. I'm just fucking with you.
No, there's just a useless genie pot. Since he got his freedom.
The real love story is Jafar living in his sandcastle shaped like a skull
With a parrot.
with a parrot that talks. What?
Voiced by Gilbert Gottfried.
What are you doing over there? I didn't know he was.
Speaking of Disney movies, have you guys heard the conspiracy theory about Peter Pan? You guys heard this?
That he's a child doodler?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That Peter Pan...
Childs can't be child
That
diddlers.
Peter Pan steals children, and Captain Hook is out to get Peter Pan because he steals all the children. He's trying to save the kids.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then why does he try killing all the kids?
He doesn't. He only kills one, and that's in a movie.
He didn't
It's in
kill
the
any
books.
kids.
It's based off the books.
Oh yeah, he killed Rufio.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Rufio had to
even
die.
like the
Let's be
little-
honest, Rufio was a twat, and he had to die.
Yeah.
Well, even like the Little Mermaid, the books, all the books are like kind of fucked up.
Yeah, dude.
Like, even like, because Little Mermaid, I think she killed pirates and everything. Too.
Mm-hmm.
Mermaids
Mermaids,
kill pirates,
I mean,
kill
they kill
pirates
pirates.
anyway.
They're
Yeah.
called sirens.
Yeah.
Which are actually just manatees. That was...
Kendall swim with manatees, and I have that on my truck. They look like fucking.
Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why she's not the same when she came back. Teaching her ways.
She's the same.
That's what pirates thought were mermaids back in the day. It was just manatees.
Oh.
Yep.
The sea cow.
They'd fornicate with them, and that's how mermaids were born. Interspecies erotica.
Facts.
Huh?
Interspecies erotica is a thing.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
People that fuck animals, interspecies erotica. That girl in Mexico, you can pay like 2 pesos to watch her fuck a horse. Interspecies.
How's that
erotica.
not kill her?
She's had plenty of practice.
She's used to it. All right. Well, that's the episode, everybody.
We're going to leave it on horse fucking.
Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for downloading. Of course, we love the absolute fucking shit out of you. Go rate and review the episode on whatever platform you're listening on. And, of course, be safe out there. Take care of yourselves. If you hate your job, get a new one. Work at Marshall's.
Yeah, don't let horses fuck you.
Yeah, unless they want to, then it's okay. Consensual horse fucking. Always get permission and ask. And if the horse says no, then don't do it. All right, let's get out of here.
All right, guys. We will see you all next time. Go and get some Midnight Mischief until then, and all the cool brews that Feed Store Brewing Co. is putting out right now. Love the fuck out of you guys. When life gets hard and life gets you down, you decide to go back to school, and then you realize that you're meant for a brighter future in a sales position. And you milk that motherfucking pig, people, because we always out here milking that motherfucking pig. Peace. We out, motherfuckers. Get your education in sales so you can be a manager one day. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.